Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on a look that I do, sort of like my go-to look, if you will. This is just something that sort of a couple different products vary from time to time depending on, my mood for foundation and things like that, but this is just typically the style of makeup that I put on when oh, it got bright. When I want to wear something and just something a little extra than just a little foundation and powder. So I've already moisturized my face, and today I used the Neutrogena oil-free moisture. And what I'm going to do is pin back my hair. And then what I'm going to do is I've already cleaned my hands a couple times, washed my hands, used Germ-X so my hands are completely smooth. I'm going to take a little bit of Mineralize Charged Water by MAC, and I'm just going to spritz this all over my face and then sort of pat it into my skin just because it gives my foundation a little bit more slip and it helps everything smooth on a little bit easier. And I wait till it dries down a little bit, and then any excess moisture I just sort of push into my skin and smooth it out. So even though, as you can see, I do have some pretty bad blemishes on my forehead and on my cheek, and there's one on my chin, I'm not going to go in with a full coverage foundation because I really only want to put coverage in these areas that I need it. I don't really need that much on this side of my face or on my nose or anything like that, so I'm not going to put a full coverage foundation on because that would be a little redundant. But what I'm going to use today is the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua foundation, and what I'm going to do is shake this up really well. And then what I'm going to do is just open it right up, and then I'm going to just take the spout and I'm going to put some of this on my fingers. I'm just going to put a little bit to start. And then what I'm going to do is just press and roll this into my face. I'm going to use my fingers because it's a very runny consistency, and the warmth from my fingers will just really help to smooth everything out and just, I don't know, just makes everything a little bit more fluid, even though this is already a fluid texture, if that makes any sense. So what I'm going to do is just smooth it out on my fingertips. And just press and roll. So I'm just going to go with a little bit more, put it on areas that needs it a little bit more, so my nose, my chin, down my neck. Looking in the mirror, I can't even honestly really tell I'm wearing makeup, so if that tells you how natural the foundation is. And hopefully you guys can see it just gave a little bit of coverage and just sort of, I guess, evened everything out a little bit. But I still need coverage in the areas where I've got my blemishes, so my forehead and on my cheek. So what I'm going to do is take my Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer in the shade Medium Golden. Take this little detailer brush from Real Techniques by Samantha Chapman, and I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of the product out. And I'm going to get some of that on the brush, and just seeing how much concealer I have on my brush will pretty much cover all my blemishes, so it's very pigmented. So what I'm going to do is just tap the concealer right on top of the blemish. Then what I'm going to do is take clean fingers, and I'm just going to pretty much pat the concealer. Just pat it out. Obvious line to where I'm concealing. So this pretty much sets to a natural matte finish, like a satin natural matte finish, but I am going to powder in my T-zone because I want to help control some shine that might occur. I'm going to use an e.l.f. Professional or e.l.f. Studio blush brush, which is just a small little powder brush, and I'm going to use Clinique Invisible Blend blended face powder. Invisible Blend is the translucent shade, which is number 20. I'm not going to powder right underneath my eyes because I still have to put some concealer on. But I like to do that after I do my eyes because I don't want it to, crease with the process of me like raising my eyebrows and opening my eyes and squinting them and stuff like that. Keeps getting really bright. I'm going to be using Too Faced Shadow Insurance as my primer today. So I'm just going to go and use my trusty NARS Alhambra duo, which is probably not a surprise to people who've been watching me for a little while. And then I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk fluffy eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to take the gold side, tap it off on the back of my hand. Then I'm just going to sweep this on the inner half of my lid and then blend it out onto the rest of my lid. So concentrate more of the color on the inner part. And then whatever you have left over, just sort of blend it out onto the rest of your lid. And then for a bit of definition, I'm going to go in with an Inglot shadow, and this is number 342, but I think it looks pretty similar to MAC Charcoal Brown, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it is. It's just a grade medium tone brown. And then I'm just going to take my 226 brush, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of this in my crease for some definition, but nothing extreme. Just want to add a bit of shape. I'm going to bring it down a little bit underneath. Then from that same Inglot palette, I'm going to use Matte 330 with a standard eyeshadow brush as my brow bone highlight, because it is a matte color and I don't like to put sparkly things on my brow bone, because I find that the sparkle will attach to any stray hairs that you have, and it just sort of emphasizes the fact that you maybe haven't tweezed your eyebrows in a couple of days or something like that. I'm going to wedge a little bit of this in my inner corner as well, just to intensify the brightness of that area. Then on my waterline, I'm going to use the Chanel Le Crayon Kohl Intense Eye Pencil in number 69 Clair, which is a nude, just to really brighten up my eyes and make them look a little wider. This is a fairly pointless part because no matter what I do, you can't really ever see my eyelashes because they're so short and they don't hold a curl. I will curl my eyelashes and put a bit of mascara on. I'm going to use Maybelline Lash Discovery. Now for under eye concealer, I'm going to use the Milani HD Advanced Concealer in number 2. Just going to... Now I'm going to take a Sonia Kashuk fluffy crease brush, and I'm just going to blend all that out. And I like to just press it in with my fingers. Now I'm going to take a little more loose powder and put this, pat this on my under eyes. I need a little bit of dimension, so I'm going to go in with the highlighting powder. And I'm going to use the Dior Amber Diamond, which is my favorite, my go-to. And then I'm just going to use this small little brush. For blush, I'm going to warm up my face by using Life's a Peach by Sleek, which is a pretty orangey peach color. Going to put this on my cheek, and then for a very subtle bronze look, I guess, I'm going to use the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in Sunlight, which is a very, very light toned bronzer and doesn't really show up too well on my skin, which is sort of what I'm going for. So I'm just going to take a large fluffy brush and sweep this on the hollows of my cheeks and then on my neck as well, just to blend everything together. Because my face tends to naturally be lighter than my neck, so I want it to match up as well as I can. Put some of this on my nose as well, and then on my temple. And then this doesn't really do too much to help the longevity, but I think it just helps sort of melt everything together. I'm going to take that Mineralize Charged Water again, and I'm going to spray this on my face, and then I'm going to actually go blow dry my face, which sounds weird, but it just helps sort of seal everything in. Blow dry my face. So there we have it. This is a look that I throw together. Sometimes it probably took longer than 5 minutes to do because I was explaining everything, but once I cut it down, it shouldn't be too long. Now I'm going to insert a picture of a before and after. So hopefully you guys can tell the difference. I think it looks nice. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until my next one, I'll talk to all you guys soon. Bye!